chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Good evening. Doing pretty good for an old man on Friday.
My microphone was muted, so nobody heard me. I pushed the button, but for some reason it doesn't like to work. So I'll go back again and I'll say we're live. Welcome everybody to the watch party. And Bob said that he's doing pretty good for being here on a Friday and being an old man. He's always talking about being an old man. I don't get that.
Hey, I resemble that remark. Proud of it too. Didn't expect to be here this long. I didn't know how to act when I got this old either. So, you know.
Yeah, I've never been this old before, so I don't know how to act.
Me neither.
How to act my age.
Nah. To do what you want to.
Last night, we went to a track called the Circuit of Americas. Bob, you chickened out. You weren't there.
Was that? Well, I had some another project I was working on, and it didn't go very well. So, wasn't a good evening for Bob anyway. But I heard the Circuit of America. Is it Circuit or Circus of America?
Circuit of the Americas.
Okay,
yeah, just right up there behind us. Circuit of the Americas. COTA.
But was it a circus?
Yeah. It was, I guess you could call it a circus. Uh-oh.
I haven't seen it, so we'll wait and see.
Stephen Gibson's on there. He said, I don't have any sound. Can you hear me now, Stephen? I think he might have put that in before I put in my turn my mic on again. Hit that button again. But it looks like all the gauges are moving and everything.
Yeah, Steven says he hears now. Says he got sound.
Okay, good. Yep, nice. But yeah, the Circuit of the Americas. It was well, I don't know if it was a circus because everybody seemed to be doing really well out there. It was a good race. There were 8 drivers out there. You know, and we'll take a look at the replay. I don't want to give away too much because I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to have their input, especially out there in the chat, and in particular the people who didn't get a chance to see the race that might be watching.
I didn't see it.
Right. But, you know, there's something that I wanted to do while I was in here because a lot of people don't know that we have a road racing series. And in that road racing series that we run on Monday nights, we had a winner, and that was Mr. John Master Bates. We went to Long Beach. Now, you were at that race. Tell me what you thought about Long Beach, Bob.
Long Beach was a lot of fun. It's a challenging track, but a lot of fun. It's got a few bumps here and there. If you don't hit them just right, it'll mess up your night. But once you get used to how to get across those, you generally got around the track pretty good. But it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. We had a good turnout.
Yeah, I think there was like 11 cars for that road race at Long Beach, and it was on the streets. That was the first time I'd ever raced any of these cars on the streets before. It was a street circuit.
it's a different character when you're on the streets. But yeah, that's why you get the different contours of the streets and the bumps in different places. And like I said, if you didn't master how to get it across through some of those turns and the bumps, it could upset your night.
Well, if just for the to benefit the audience that might not know about it, can you tell them a little bit about the GT3 series that we run on Monday nights?
Well, we're running the same schedule tracks that the 2023 IMSA series is running, and the GT3 cars that iRacing has available. So if you go to our race to the Racing League of Action Racing Series, you can see all the tracks and upcoming dates when we're going to be participating at each track.
Yep. And yeah, they usually starts about 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern on Monday nights, and yeah, it's good time. I'm not much of a road racer. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, we run a 40-minute practice session before the race, and then 10 minutes for qualifying, and that race is an hour long. That's what it's set for.
Nice. Yep. And this was the third race of the season. Was it third or fourth? I think it was the third one. Was it?
I believe so.
And John came from the pits. Yeah, John came all the way from the pits and ended up winning the race.
Yes, he did. I started in the back as well because I didn't have much time to practice and wasn't sure how my internet connection was going to be, and I didn't want to mess anybody's night up in case my internet, means I've been having trouble with it now for several weeks, but hopefully we'll get that fixed in the near future.
Awesome. Yep, but it was a great race, a lot of participation, and a lot of things happening out there on the track. And if you want to do some road racing, look for us on iRacing, the Action Racing Series, and we'll wave you through. Just apply there, give you a link to the Discord server, and then you can come out and race with us on the road races on Monday nights. All righty, that's enough about that. We can go into the replay of Circuit of the Americas. If you're ready to see this race, this will be all new to you because you weren't even out there on the track. A lot of us who were actually racing the race, we only see it through our windshield, so we miss a whole lot of stuff whenever we're out there racing because there's a lot of stuff on the track that's going on. So, and I've never watched the replay, so this will be new to me. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what's going on, what actually happened. What I'll do is I'll set up the cameras and get us down there. Let me see. We're going to go to the next session. And then,
well, if the racing is anything like my practice was on this track, it ought to be very interesting and a lot of fun.
All right. Let me take us down to the track and hold on to your hat because I'm going to say it's going to take us down there, and then we will see what's going on here. Hopefully the colors and everything are looking good over there on YouTube land. We had a little problem with some filters last time, and they are setting the grid. Now, one thing that we need to keep in mind for next time is 5 minutes is not long enough to get around this track if we ever have to race this again to run 2 laps for qualifying. We couldn't get none of us could get around that track in 5 minutes to do our qualifying. So we ended up just starting the grid without qualifying because the first out lap takes 2.5 minutes, and then the second out lap, the first actual qualifying lap took 2.5 minutes. So we just, that's how I ended up on the outside pole. Don't think that I was actually driving that fast, because I wasn't. Let me get everything out of. Let me take us off of here, so we can actually watch this race take place. This is the pace lap, and COTA has begun.
It does look like the colors are much better than what they were the week prior.
I think I figured it out. There was a filter that was in there that was filtering out the green and making weird colors out of that. Now, you take a look at Jared. You know, anytime he's out on the track, he's going to be.
It's almost like stay at home because Jared's here.
Well,
Jared is definitely fast.
We've had 4 races so far this season, and 2 winners. And those 2 winners is Jared Reed and Steven Gibson. Of the 4 races that we've raced so far this season, we've only had those 2 winners. There it is. Pace truck is in. And
let the fun begin.
Yeah, it looks like Stephen Pritchard was given Levi a wave around there. And so it ended up 3 wide in the back. Oh, yeah. Watch that 87. He's going to show you how to get around this track. Uh-oh, Steven, you'll see Steven's chat up there on the screen. Said it looks better this time. Much better this time. That's good.
Yeah, it does definitely look better.
Watch 87 show you how to get around this track right here. Levi's right behind him. Right behind me. Of course, the 87's me. Going over the hill. This is the first lap, mind you. The very first lap.
Well, it looks like everybody got off to a clean start.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, 87 doing a good job getting around here tonight.
There goes Aaron. I really thought that I spun out on the first lap. I did. Maybe I just remember it wrong.
Maybe it felt like the first lap.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a good thing I didn't show up because I didn't get around the track that as good as y'all were showing it.
Look at that Jared, man.
Yeah.
He is leading the pack. Looks like Aaron's got some Levi coming up behind him.
Yeah.
He burned that brake up. Aaron just got out of the way.
Action running in fourth.
Whoops! Here it goes.
Whoop.
There it goes. There it goes.
Yeah.
Didn't hit anything. Gotta let everybody get around me.
Snapped one. It got loose one way and snapped the other.
Yeah. But I didn't hit anything, so I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah. Tell you one of the things I noticed since the last update of iRacing, it's definitely a much different result when you go off track than what it used to be. Much better.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not like being caught up on the ice.
No, but it felt like you was on ice or wet grass. And if you now it's forgiven if you drop two wheels off, and you're not, out of control. You can generally drive through it. Still maintain.
Take a look at the track map
car.
up there in the upper right hand corner.
Oh yeah, those are a bunch of cars close together.
Everybody's all clustered together, and look at who's pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
That number 2 car.
Yes, it is.
That's Jared Reed.
And Aaron, number 42, is doing a good job. He's in second. Well, I take that back. Levi's in second now.
Tell you what, everybody was doing amazing. This is a tough track. I mean, it was and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this out loud, but Jared ended up paying all the incidents after this race was over. He was like, I'm not out here trying to make a living off of this. He said it was fun, and everybody was. It was awesome to have the crowd out there that was out here, and I wanted to just make sure that.
That was really, really nice and honorable that he did that.
Yeah. We're
all out here just having fun. It's not like some races you go to. It's nobody talks to each other, and they're on their own little world, different time zone. But over here we try to have fun, and there's a lot of times that we'll be on Discord and we're not even racing. There's just a bunch of us up there just shooting the breeze, and having a good time.
Having an adult beverage.
That happens occasionally. Those that are old enough. We got a couple of them that aren't old enough.
There's me and Stephen Pritchard in the 53. I mean, Stephen Gibson in the 53.
Either one, Stephen Pritchard or Gibson, anytime they're around, they're both tough competitors.
Yeah.
Good drivers as well.
They're the fast ones.
Well, like he was staying wide back there. Was you throwing ice creams out the window at him?
Yeah, he was looking for a little Mr. Softy.
Uh-huh.
This is one of those tracks that you come out and you are fighting the track harder than you're fighting the competitors that are out there on the track with you.
Yeah, because the track is making it so hard on you.
Right.
When I was racing Gen 4 cars, I wasn't real happy with those cars because they're hard to hang on to with all the horsepower. But I think the trucks on this track here, to me, was probably harder to drive than those Gen 4s ever was.
Yeah, these trucks are not made for this kind of a track. It's just a lot of body roll. They're tall. You might as well have a motor, an RV out there, a motorhome.
That's about what it felt like he was driving, the way it handled.
Yep. There's Jared Reed.
Yep. There's Camping World paint scheme. Good looking truck.
Already up there to turn 1. Him and Levi are up there in first and second. They are driving away from us. But don't look now. Looks like that 42. If you look at that track map up there, that 42 is a coming.
Yeah. I think he says he wants to get in the middle of that.
This was a workout. I am not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Stephen Gibson, he said that he would want to race this thing like 3 times a week. He said that this track was no trouble for him at all.
Well, I'm glad he felt like that, but like I said, in practice, I did a little practice on this, and it was a challenge to turn some good lap times. Like Jared turned it 2:22. To get into that range was very hard to do. I did a couple of them like that, but it's like felt like I was on the verge of being out of control any minute.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a look at his best lap right now. Up there on the leaderboard, it's got 2:20 as his best lap right now, and that was on lap 2.
Yeah, and the best I could do in practice was a 2:22.
He is hauling the mail, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Steven. Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie. He did not say that. He didn't have any fun at this track at all.
Tom's commenting on the chat that Steven just put in.
He wished he had never bought the track. That's hilarious. I've got this. The camera seems to be trained on Jared, making those. Oh, here it comes back to me. If you look at my best lap, 2:26. Yeah, 26 and. Yeah, 2:26 is my best lap so far. And Jarrett's the leader there on the left box. His best lap is a 2:20 now. So he is leaving me behind, that's for sure.
Too far from a 2:19 there with that 168 out there.
Yep. Levi's is a 2:21. Wow. Best lap.
We got some really some tough competition out here with and some of the best drivers I've seen around, because there's a lot of other races I've been involved in that it just seemed like it's a demolition derby.
Right.
And we've raced a lot of road races, different tracks and everything, and especially with the GT3 cars, and they do handle a whole lot different. But to drive these trucks on this track right here is probably the most challenging road race that you'll do.
For sure. Levi just got him a 2:21. Oh, that's the one that he had before. So his last lap was a 2:26. So there's quite a bit of difference from lap to lap.
Oh yeah.
Jared's last lap was a 2:22, with his best lap being a 2:20. So he's just dropping off a little bit. Levi is on the hunt, though.
Well,
There was
One of
not
those
a whole
shots-
lot of. I'm sorry.
One of those shots back there that Jared had to do a little counter steering where the back end was trying to pass the front end.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those little incidents for sure. There's not a whole lot of opportunity to shift into fourth gear on this track.
No. A lot of second, third gear driving, I'm sure.
Yep. Then you had Robert Goddard out there. He's fast as well. Kevin Mays, you know how he hangs out back there, just waiting for the mistakes.
Robert's fast with everything. He's fast on the track. He's fast with the wit, and the zingers. He's good at everything. He likes to throw zingers at me. I think it's because he likes me. He wants to grow up one day and be like me. that ought to draw a response.
I wonder if he's out there watching.
I don't know. But when he does watch this, I'm sure I will hear from him.
Let's
get
a little
for me to throw one.
Let's get a little in-car of how Jared makes this thing happen.
And see how much he's fighting that wheel when he's making it happen.
Of course, there's not any cautions that come out on this because it's a road course, so there would only be sections of the course where the yellow flag comes out to warn you of the problem. Jared is definitely a wheel man.
Oh yeah.
This is lap 7 of 29. And, you know, as smooth as it looks on the outside, it still doesn't look easy watching him try to get around this track.
Yeah.
It's not. It was an unforgiving track.
Makes it look easy though, don't he?
I don't know. It looks easier from the outside. On the inside, it looks like a lot of work.
Maybe we ought to check some other in cars and see how much they're fighting.
Let's pick on Aaron. Here comes Aaron. Aaron's there, fast guy everywhere we go.
Yeah.
He's on lap 8, 29. Here he comes to the start-finish line.
And front straight.
Yep.
And we'll be up the hill and make a hard left turn. Be hard on the brakes here.
Whoopsie.
Yep. That's what can happen. Might got a little wheel hop there.
And these S's are brutal.
Yes, they are. But if you can get them down, you can make a lot of your track time there.
Don't hit those turtles.
No, them turtles are hard shells. They will elevate your truck for you.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got the Eskers down pat there. He's a good time through there. What's our buddy Robert doing back there?
Let's go take a look at Robert.
Yeah.
Let's go with Robert. Here he comes through the S's.
Yep.
Like a pro.
So sure as I said a pro, and I probably jinxed him. He spun out. I try not to do that. Good looking paint scheme on his truck.
It is. Looks like we've got our first lap down car, Kevin Mays. Here's Kevin.
That's a different paint scheme for Kevin. He usually runs a different color.
Usually he's got the orange UT Vols color. He came out here all incognito for this race.
Well, we see Jared still in first, Levi second, Aaron third. Oh, I lost the ticker. Stephen Pritchard fourth, Mr. Action fifth, Robert Goodger sixth, and Stephen. Was that Pritchard? I lost it again. Oh, Stephen Gibson.
Stephen Gibson.
In seventh, and Mr. Kevin Mays in eighth.
There's Mr. Levi showing his skills he uses out on the real track.
Driving his rowdy sponsored mobile truck.
Yeah, he's a big fan of that Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
This is lap 9 of 29.
Tom, up to now, so far, the only person that spun out, was that you, or am I wrong?
Well, as far as I know, I can only tell you what happened in my truck. I'm not too sure about everybody else's truck.
That's amazing, because I'm telling you, when I was practicing, every corner was a challenge to not spin out.
Looks like Levi's going to work on that number 92 of Kevin Mays here and try to get around him.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Looks like
Kevin May pulled over and let him go.
Yeah, it looked like he just said, "It's yours, man." Lap 10 of 29. We're getting close to the halfway point.
I think Levi touched one of them turtles there and got the left front up there for a second.
Launched him. If you take a look at the track map up in the top right, you'll see that number 2 car, the number 7 car on the other side.
He has. He's in another post time zone.
Yeah,
another area code.
He's a different zip code, right?
Yeah, area code, zip code, all above.
He is just eating it up.
I think he's got some special tires on that truck. What do you think?
There's some special something going on in there.
Yeah, it's that man behind the wheel.
You missed a good one, Bob.
Yeah, I did. But as it turned out, even though I had other issues that sort of ruined my afternoon, I was having internet trouble here at the house too. So it wouldn't have been. It would have been another downfall of my whole day. So I'm just glad it didn't come out, because when we run the road course race, Monday night, I had issue with internet. It kicked me out, and I came back in 2 laps down. Last lap, halfway down the last lap, kicked me out again. So I had a technician here today checking my equipment, and everything's good there. So I'm waiting on the other technician to show up Monday and see if he can find something beyond me that's a problem.
Aaron Sayre overtakes the 92.
Yep. It's not fun when your internet has you popping in and out.
No, and that's part of that internet racing.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody experiences it at some point in time. It's just
if it was a real racetrack, it would be like a piston or something else mechanical going wrong.
Exactly.
Aaron is hauling the mail here too. He's getting up and going. Yeah, so in case if this shows up on the schedule again for us, ever, we're just gonna have to remember that it's gonna take more than 5 minutes to get around this track for qualifying.
Yeah.
Because you got the out lap, the very first lap, that doesn't count.
And you got the 2 qualifying laps.
2 qualifying laps, so you're talking about 10 minutes. At 2.5 minutes a lap.
Jared hadn't dropped off much. I mean, he's still in the 222 range, other than his best lap.
Yep, he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, definitely that.
But he's consistent no matter where we're at.
Oh, yeah.
Unless there's an incident that happens to collect him. And Atlanta was one of those races last week that he seemed to be involved somehow in every incident that happened on the track. He just could not get a break.
Had a pretty good run going at Atlanta, but things happen. That's the thing about racing. Sometimes it's within your control, and then sometimes it's not.
Yeah. There goes Stephen Pritchard into the pits.
Usually when I have a problem where I lose control, I just sort of look at, okay, driver ran out of talent.
That's usually my problem.
All right, we got the first one coming down pit road here. It's like Mr. number 67, excuse me.
67, that's Stephen Pritchard.
Yes, it is.
Getting him some freshies.
And some new shoes and some push water.
And he's off.
Well,
now, that speed limit was 50 miles an hour for pit lane.
But you had to be below that to get around that corner to get into pit lane.
Yep. There's our other Stephen Gibson. SpaceX. And Robert Goddard making his way around some of these sharp turns.
Driving the Kodiak.
Ooh, man. There was a workout going around this track. And they're on the 13th lap here. It wasn't about whether or not you're gonna beat anybody else. The only thing you're worried about is beating this track. Just want to beat the track.
Or if you weren't careful, the track beat you.
Yeah. Aaron running smooth as silk through the turns.
Oh, yeah. A little aerial chase view.
See him get through those S's.
Hard braking right here to get around this corner.
He is up on that steering wheel.
Yes, sir. There's some interesting corners coming up at the end of this straightaway. Another hard left.
Little slippy slide.
Yep.
And then coming out here. Looks like there's a challenge going on back here with the 2 car. Whew. Looks like Jared just made his way around a couple more cars.
Yep.
Robert and Stephen Pritchard. Robert Goddard.
Trying to look see what truck that was back behind Jared. I'm not sure.
I think that's Robert, isn't it? Oh no, that's Stephen Pritchard.
Okay.
Right here.
Yep.
Good old Stephen Pritchard. From the land, the Great White North. There.
Up yonder. Heck of a nice guy.
Yep.
Very, very supportive of what we're doing over here with our racing. I tell you, you couldn't ask for a better group of guys. Every one of them.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not worthy to be amongst these drivers. Golly, they are just phenomenal. Jared goes around Stephen Gibson here.
He moved up and let him have the inside.
And we're looking at finishing up lap 15 of 29.
We're just a little over halfway there. I didn't have to take my shoes off to figure that one out.
Woo! Jared he's on a rail right there.
Yeah.
That back in. When this starts to come around, there's not a
It's
whole lot
hard
you
to
can
keep
do.
it. It's hard to keep it from coming around.
Well, right now we have 4 cars that are a lap down, and and Jared's still doing 222s.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just consistently.
Looks like I've moved into 4th place. Got Jared in 1st, Levi in 2nd, Aaron in 3rd, excuse me in 4th, Stephen Gibson in 5th, Stephen Pritchard in 6th, Robert Goddard in 7th, and Kevin Mays in 8th. Here goes somebody else. Robert is going around Stephen Pritchard here.
And that's for position.
Yep. And he got it. Stephen is going back into the pits.
That's what I should say. All right, our leader's in the pits now.
Jared's in the pits. He's going to get his gas. Let's see what's going on with Stephen. He was having some difficulties out there.
Yeah.
He was getting frustrated. He's going to get him some tires. Jared's already back out on the track. But we all were having issues out there.
Yeah, it felt like I was driving a shoebox around there when I was practicing. So believe me, I understand the frustration.
I do too.
The track was definitely give you a workout.
And believe me, I'm not used to all these right turns. It's just not in my DNA. It says we're halfway there on the leaderboard.
Right.
Well, I'm sure glad that figured out what the color issue was from last week. Yeah, all these colors look pretty good this time.
Yeah, there were a few things that were a little off. My car colors were off on it. They looked a little bit on the green side. Maybe that was trying to indicate my car was a little sick that day. I felt a little green around the gills.
It was definitely sick by the end of the race.
Yeah. It had some unexpected body work done to it.
Oh, 87's in the pits.
Yeah, he's in to get a fresh ice cream.
There you go. Let's get all those tires. And
that's right.
Looks like Steven's still in the pits. There.
Yeah.
And they're off. Oh, coming up on Kevin Mays.
Yep. That could be a tricky exit from pits because you come right out almost there at that corner.
Right into traffic.
And if anybody's coming, they're looking to take that inside. And that's generally where you'd be coming out of the pits.
Yup. Kevin didn't give very much of a fight. He's like, it's all you, man. You be you. Jared's coming up on Robert Goddard here.
And Robert moves over.
So I got my hands full. I don't need to be messing with you. 13 laps to go. Levi is in the pits. He's got his service done. Or he's going in to get his service.
Yeah, but he's going in to get it.
Yeah, there's Stephen Pritchard. He's still in there.
And Levi stopped a little bit short and had to pull up some.
Yep.
To get his service.
And he's out.
Yep.
They are fast. I'll tell you what, they got this thing figured out. Doesn't look like he's going to have very much of a challenge coming out. We're back on Jared, leading the pack. He's about to catch the 92.
You might have to see if he wants to start a Jared driving school.
There you go. Once he catches that 92, my car is right in front of him.
He's about is he about to lap the whole field, or no, not quite. He's working on it though.
He is.
Yeah.
Goes around Kevin.
Yeah. All right.
Now you know the next car that he's going to be after. Going to be that 87, that Mr. Softy.
Yeah. Did see Stephen Pritchard in the pits a good while? Did he have trouble, or did he exit?
I think he just exited. He decided that he wants to come back to fight another day.
Yeah. Now who are we riding with right here?
This is Jared. If you take a look
Right
up there,
there.
it says the reference car there on the right
Yeah.
at the top.
Yeah.
Tells you who you're riding with. This is Jared.
Okay.
He's up there, got his fresh tires again, so now he's going to come up there and try to knock off the Mr. Softy. But he's got to go around. Who is this in front of him? That's not me. What is it?
No, but he just pulled over for him. What like? Was that Kevin's car?
Yeah, it looked like Kevin's car.
Yeah, it did. Or excuse me, Kevin's truck.
Yeah.
I want to be
Oh,
correct.
you know what? I bet you it went. It clicked off of Jared and went to another car that was going around Kevin's car.
Okay.
That's what it was. The production team, they're professionals. They have their priorities. $11 laps to go. We are encroaching on a spectacular finish for Jared. He can just keep it in between the turtles
Oh.
and the rumble strips. And he seems to be having no trouble with that.
No, he's. I think he had it in the back of his mind, said, see you, wouldn't want to be you. and off he went.
Uh-oh. I see that doggone Mr. Softy truck up there. Now, it's in his sights. Hard left turn.
I think he heard you was giving out free ice cream today.
Going to get some. Yeah, once you've got that 2 in your relative, it's gonna be hard to shake him. It's gonna be hard to shake him.
Yeah. All right, Sean Stevens out of the race.
Did he?
Hard to see him leave.
Yep, he's out. He said, "I'm gonna cash in my chips here." Whoopsie, I went a little wide there. It's a race down the front stretch. And he's off. I just went a lap down.
And you lost your ice cream.
Lost my ice cream. Now, who is left? You've got Aaron and Levi. The only ones on the lead lap.
Yep.
Jared is just picking them up, picking us all off.
All right, well, I've got a change in second place here, don't we?
Yep. Levi has moved back to third. Aaron's in second. I think Levi had a. There he is. I think he had an unscheduled pit stop he had to make. I think he hit 17 incidents. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. That for those that may be watching what Tom just talked about, in our racing league that we set it, if you get 17 inks, in other words, off tracks or collisions or different things, just after 17, I think what is the time you got to come in and do a stop and go?
Got to do a drive-through.
A drive-through, okay.
You get a black flag, you do a drive-through, and then you'll have to do that in every third one after that.
Right. And then if you reach 24 inks, you have to leave the race.
You are disqualified.
Right. We just do that to try to encourage, better driving. Not saying that, that Levi's not a good driver. It's just you have times that you have a bad night. And, those things can add up on you, and we just try to do that to try to encourage, better car control.
Oh yeah, and we want to mitigate the bad night.
Yep.
The damages from, the bad night. We don't want it to exasperate into a bad night for everybody. I think we just saw Aaron Sayre spun out. He just
that's what I was wondering who that was.
Yep, he lost second place to Levi here. He was a little off the track there, but he gathered
Yeah.
it back up and
Yeah. Back battling again.
oh,
Well, Levi's back in the pits again.
going in here,
Goodness.
serving the black flag. 9 to go. Yep, he had to do a drive-through.
So was that his second drive-through?
I'm not sure. But yeah, that's uncomfortable. He had to give up second place when he did that.
And that can add frustration, and can sometimes interfere with your driving.
Your attitude.
Yeah, well, it can cause you to miss your mark on the track, and when that happens, you just wind up falling farther behind.
Absolutely.
The other part of that is you wind up over driving, which does just as much damage.
Yeah.
Trying to make up for lost time. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Jared caught one of those turtles.
Yeah.
Did you see it jump?
Oh, yeah. That turtle got him a little air there.
Eight laps to go. And he's cruising around like it's
Sunday drive.
Lap. Yeah. It's just still in the 222s.
Tell you that's lap after lap. I don't think anybody could touch him, doing that.
Mm-mm. If you take a look at that track map up in the top right hand corner, you'll see the number 2 up there in the top. Look who he's about to catch up to. The number 7.
Like the number 7 car.
Yeah.
Truck. Excuse me.
Which is
I'm
place.
glad we don't find announcers for calling them cars versus trucks. I heard that one time. Wasn't it on one of the televised NASCAR deals that they kept calling them trucks or cars?
Well, if you look at it, they have a body style of a truck, I suppose, but you couldn't haul trash in that. It's not a real truck. But looks like Jared's hauling the mail.
Yes, sir.
So he's hauling something in it. Hauling some ass. Seven laps to go. It's not looking good for everybody else out there.
Jared's got a little distance to go to get to Levi. Whether he gets up here and laps him before the race is over.
Yep. And Levi's up there battling with Aaron right now. They are going to town. Aaron doesn't seem to be able to shake him.
Mm-mm.
Aaron's about to catch up to Kevin. tell you what, you can see Levi back there behind him.
Yeah.
But Aaron's cool and calm.
Yep.
He's got a 2:23 as his best lap, so he's not slow. There he goes
No.
around Kevin.
Yep. And front straight.
That's the fastest part of the track right there.
Oh yeah.
You just pucker up when you're going through those S's. Just hold on.
Yeah,
tight.
and if you miss hitting one of those corners wrong, you're gonna miss the rest of them because it just totally messes up your entry in the next corner.
Yep. Look who's coming.
Yeah, he's on the hunt.
Aaron's being cool.
We have a pretty good diverse set of drivers spread out throughout the United States and Canada. We got racers from Arizona. Remind me, I'm trying to remember where Aaron's from. Is it Lord? I was wanting to say Washington, but I'm not. I may be wrong on that. But we got
Maybe you can help us out, Stephen. Where is Aaron from? Can't remember.
Stephen Pritchett's from Canada.
Stephen Pritchard's from Canada.
Stephen Gibbs, I believe, is from North Carolina.
Yeah,
and then
Gibson.
Levi's in North Carolina. I'm in Georgia. You're in Tennessee.
There's trouble.
Yeah.
And Levi managed to get around him without hitting him.
Yeah.
Stephen just said that Aaron's from Oklahoma.
Okay. I knew it was out that direction. I just went a little too far by saying Washington. Now the chase is on from his perspective to catch Levi.
Yep.
Like I said, racing the track.
And Jared's still wheeling.
5 to go.
Yeah, this race will be over in about 10 minutes. Well, 12 minutes. When you take a look at the
shot of those S-curves.
When you take a look at the schedule and you see that the race has only got 29 laps, you're like, wow, that'll take only 3 minutes to get through. Nope. Not this track.
Nah.
Looks like Kevin's about to go another lap down.
Jared's showing the way, showing you how it's done.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like I said, we've had 4 races this season. We've got 2 drivers who won those 4 races. Stephen Gibson, who's out in the chat right now, and Jared Reed. Those are our two race winners for this season so far. The road racing series on Monday nights, we've got a different winner for each night on that one, so it's been mixed up a little bit.
I'd have to go back and look and see, but I don't think this track is on our schedule for this series that we're running right now.
The road racing series?
No, this track here, yeah.
No,
it's in the road racing.
I don't think it is.
Good.
It's not on the IMSA schedule. We were just using the IMSA schedule, right?
Yeah.
Wow. He does make it look easy, doesn't he?
Oh, I know it. When you're going around this track, it doesn't look like it's that long or that big or twisty, but when you look at it up there at the track map, it's like holy smokes!
Right.
Were they intoxicated when they laid this track down?
That's right. Were all those curves necessary?
Must have been. Well, it's not only just curves; it's the different elevations that you have throughout the entire course, and that throws another factor into, how you get around the track as well.
Right.
Now, this was an area right here that you had to be really careful, because you carried a lot of speed right here. But if you didn't manage your speed right, it was easy to lose control.
Oh, this part. All of them.
Sorry. Yeah, the whole thing.
All of them were a sticky place for me. I was like, oh, I got to make another turn. Oh my gosh, not another one.
Oh. You don't want to know what my first practice lap was like. How many times I was off the track, or how many times I didn't make it around the track.
3 to go. Where is that 87? Where is that 87? Oh my gosh.
I think he stopped taking a smoke break, didn't he?
I think you're right. There's Mr. Softy.
Yeah.
The truck is not beat up. That's surprising. Still driving down the road.
Well, you're not at Atlanta, so that's one reason why it's not beat up.
Oh, Texas next week. We go to Texas.
Oh boy, there'll be some tow up trucks there.
That's the 87, Mr. Softy. Truck I drive. By now, I am done.
Yeah, well, you're not doing a bad job getting through those S's.
Well, thank you. I've had a little bit of practice by now.
Yeah. Yeah. You only had that one incident where it got a little loose and then snapped with you.
Yeah. Right there. That was my bane right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It snapped a little bit to the left, and when it grabbed traction, it hooked to the right.
Like Aaron's trying to overtake Levi.
look like he has.
Yep.
Yeah. And the race is on with three to go.
3 to go.
That'd be for position. Oh,
Uh-oh.
what in the
He
world
made a
happened
hard
there?
right turn right there.
Yes, he did. Goodness.
There wasn't any contact there, right?
It didn't look like he was close enough
Yeah,
for
I
it to
didn't
be
think so.
contact, but
He definitely made a right turn.
the only way you know is you go back and look at the replay, see what happened.
There goes Jared.
All right, go left front view.
He's trying to bring it home. 2 to go. He's got somebody in his sights up there.
Yeah. A little catch in there.
There wasn't a whole lot of times that you were out on this track with 8 drivers, and you felt like you were all out there all by yourself.
Yeah.
Except for Jared. I'm sure Jared felt like he was by himself a lot.
Well, you might say so. And 1 to go.
And he's coming up on Levi, the only car left on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Levi's going to have to be pedaling it here.
Yeah, you can be sure he's doing that. He's going to try to keep him going down a lap. You can tell. Looks like Jared maybe picked up the pace. You see that truck drifting a little bit through the messes.
Yep.
And right there.
I think he's decided he wants to put everybody to lap down here.
Mm-hmm.
He has not given up. He's not taking it easy. And if Levi's already gone in for 2 drive-through penalties, you know he's not wanting to get any more X's.
No. He's the last truck on the lead lap.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Jared, rather, excuse me. He's closing in on him, but whether he runs out of time or not for the start-finish line is yet to be seen. Yep. He lost the race there. There we go.
No, the YouTube audience is still watching the track.
Yeah, okay. Well, I caught myself watching the YouTube part of it, and that's a little bit of a delay. So when I commented a time or two, I was behind the 8 ball.
And here you
There
go.
they are for start finish line. He's right there on his nipping on his heels, but not going to have enough time to get it done. And Jarrett brought it home.
Brought it home. Wow.
Yep. Great race by Jarrett. That's how you dominate a race.
Yes, it was. And yeah, that was definitely a dominating performance right there. He parked it over there on the side. Everybody else is coming in.
Yep, everybody's finishing their lap.
I know you wanted to be out there, Bob. I know you wanted to be out there. Look at Jared just hanging up out there. And watch this. Watch this, because Mr. Softy comes up there and parks up there next to him, and I got an X for that, an incident for that.
Ah.
That will happen in a moment. But yeah, what an excellent race. A great workout. So if you need to do aerobics or anything like that, that's a great way to get that behind you.
Oh, yeah.
But our race winner is Jared Reed. Levi Canup comes in second. And Aaron Sayre rounds off the third place. And the podium is full. But yeah, that was a great race. And another one to put in the books. And now my dog wants to talk to me. So that's Scooter. He's saying hi to everybody out there in the YouTube land. But yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Where are we racing at next week?
Next week is Texas.
Oh, that ought to be interesting. High speed racing.
It's gonna be like a super speedway for these trucks, you know.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see everybody out there. And
hopefully my internet will hang in there and work.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's plenty of room out there. If there's anybody out there in YouTube land right now that wants to try out Action Racing Series, by all means, go to iRacing, look in the league section, and search for Action Racing Series. We'll wave you through. It's a whole lot of fun, and believe me, all these drivers are incredible. Of course, I'm the exception. I'm usually the one that's out there blocking the roads. Yeah. How about it, Bob? Should they come out and see us?
He thinks he's blind. If you want to have a good time and meet a lot of nice guys, you'll find it here. Tremendous bunch, and our growth has been surprising. No longer than what we've had the league out here, so a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and if you don't think, and if you come over here and you get picked on, it's only because we like you.
Yeah. So yeah, come on out and check us out, Action Racing Series, and we'll wave you through, and then we'll give you a link to the Discord server. But yeah, had a whole lot of time. Thanks a lot, Jared, and everybody else who showed up for the race, because if it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do this. And I really think that can't wait to do it again at Texas.
Yeah, and we'll have a practice session Sunday night from 6 to 9 for the upcoming race Monday, and for the road course race there, and look forward to having everybody out.
Yeah, and see, that's very important to mention, because we do have road series. There's a lot of people out there that like to race on road races exclusively. We're doing that with the GT3s on Monday nights. We put up practices for everybody to come out there, and those practices are open to the public. So
Yep.
if you just want to come out and meet us on the track, then by all means, if you see that there's an open hosted racing for the Action Racing Series, jump in, say hi, um, tell them that, make sure that we know you're out there and that you're interested in racing, and we'll get you in. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about COTA, Bob? Before we shut this thing down.
COTA is a handful. But the way everybody drove this track, from what I seen in the replay tonight, looked like they all had it down. Maybe a good thing I didn't show up because I don't know that I could have run as well as everybody else did tonight.
Oh, I don't know about that. It was a fun race. It was fun to having everybody out there. It's fun hanging out after the race. I appreciate everybody out there doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a fun group of people to be around, and I appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah, and our races are over fairly early in the evening, but don't be surprised if you come and hang out with us after the race. We're generally up late to shooting the breeze afterwards.
All right. Jared took home the prize pool, $15.50. He paid for everybody's incidents out there, and that's just a stand-up thing to do. I don't know if I would do that. If I got the prize pool, I think I would have taken it home. What about you, Bob?
You'd probably go down there and get more softy ice cream.
All right. I've got nothing else. You got anything, Bob?
No, I think that's a wrap. And thanks to everybody for tuning in and helping out, and everybody that coming out on the track.
Yep. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for hanging out there on YouTube. This was a long one. I'm going to close the door and turn out the lights.
All right. Have a good night.
When sunlight hides and shadows fade, I think about your warm